Hey guys, what is up? Is Reaper Jinkai here, and I am back with another video, finally. And this is one that I was talking to somebody in the comments about. We were talking about competitive Pokemon, and I said I would make a video on my competitive team soon-ish. So, soon-ish is now. Just a quick update before I get into this. I am starting a new job that I'll be working Monday through Friday for about 12 hours. So Monday through Friday, don't expect anything. If anything, I'll probably record something on like Saturdays and I'll upload on Sundays. But that will all depend on this job. I needed something that made a little bit more money. Maybe I'll talk about that in the future. And that does mean I am not going to be working at GameStop anymore. Which means there might be a few story times, including GameStop. I'm gonna wait some time before I upload those. But with that, let's dive in. And this is just going to be the screen for the whole thing. It's kind of spur of the moment while I had time. But I do have my Switch in front of me with my competitive team. So, I can kind of tell you what I was going for. And I'm going to start with my least favorite mon on the team and work my way up. So, starting from the bottom, my least favorite mon on the team is Turtonator. If I'm being 100% honest, Turtonator is probably going to leave the team pretty soon. I have him holding the Luminous Moss, so if he gets hit with a water move, his special defense will go higher. Honestly, I don't know what's better to put on him. He's not strong enough to sweep, and he's not bulky enough to stay alive long enough to sweep, so weakness policy really doesn't work here. Shell armor, just so he can't get crit. He is a timid nature. And when I originally built this mon, it has a really weird set. It has, I believe I put 180 of its EVs into speed, 250 in defense, and the remainder into special attack. And the reason why it was spread so weird is because if you've been playing competitive, Ferrothorn's kind of a big deal. I wanted this to be a check to Ferrothorn. I know nobody's going to be running a speedy Ferrothorn. I know it, you know it, but on the off chance, I did run into one. And that was the one time this worked. This dude was running a choice banded speed and attack invested Ferrothorn. And I got Turtonator out there, and he is built to speed creep a Ferrothorn that is max speed raising nature. And I went timid for the speed boost because otherwise I would have to dump 252 EVs in there to achieve that. But for moves, he has Dragon Pulse, Shell Trap, Flamethrower, and Protect. Protect, because I really didn't know what else to put on there, and Shell Trap does not protect you. So yeah. That is my least favorite member on the team. Next, we have Excadrill, who, fun fact, swapped out Pangoro before. And Pangoro I had there as a Corsola check, and I found a much easier way to deal with Corsola. So I have Assault Vest, Exadrill, Mold Breaker. And I got this guy from like the first Exadrill raid I found. It was a 5-star raid. And I just had to bottle cap his HP, and then his only other bad stat was special attack, which I didn't care about. Max attack, max speed. With that, he's also jolly, which he came jolly too, which was perfect. I know I have an assault vest, but he has swords dance, and I still haven't done this to test it yet. I don't know if when you Dynamax, if you can max guard. But if you can, then, well, with assault vest, I don't know if you can max guard. If you can, that's why that's on there. I've never had a reason to yet. But then he has Rock Slide, Iron Head, and Earthquake. And on the off chance somebody knocks him off, and I'm in a safe position that I can just Swords Dance, it might be nice. And I have this guy on the team because Mimikyus were a big problem. I had a hard time dealing with them. They would just Swords Dance. I hate Mimikyu in this competitive, because when I see a Mimikyu, 99% of the time, it hits the field, the person clicks Swords Dance, you break their disguise, they Shadow Sneak. Or play, if they outspeed, they might play rough or do something else. And it's just irritating. It's really irritating to deal with, because it's like, can you not come up with a unique set? I know it's probably the best way to run it, so I don't say much about it, but it's irritating that as soon as a mana hits the field, I know what it's going to do, because people only run it one way. That being said, in my 100 battles this season, I have seen one person run a Trick Room Mimikyu, which I found out after the battle, because I let Exadrill and Iron Head and one-shot it. So, it is what it is. But he's just kind of my second lowest, because he hasn't had much chance to show me what he can do. I haven't used him that much, and he's kind of only there for one mon. And if I don't see that one mon, I don't have a reason to bring him. Next would be my Gastrodon, who I actually bred for a shiny of before realizing the shiny is very similar, but I don't care. I love Sid. Holding the leftovers with Storm Drain. And I thought I did defense and defense and special attack, but apparently I did Spadef and defense, and he has been wrecking teams. I'm not gonna lie. I throw him out there. If the Gyarados doesn't have Power Whip, I have stalled out a Gyarados. I got the burn with Scald when it came in, so it was -2 attack. I think I'm bold as well. Yeah, bold. So attack down, defense up. So he was at -2 attack from the burn. after I got the burn, I had no reason not to Ice Beam, which chunked him. He Dragon Danced, didn't know I was Storm Drain, Waterfall gave me +1, and then that Ice Beam killed. And Sid has just been putting in work. I originally had him there to deal with Dracovish, but nobody's brought it. I've seen like 2 in team previews, but they're never brought. So, but he's still earned his place and he's doing a lot of work. Next is my Galvantula holding SwSh. Speed raising nature, being timid, compound eyes, max attack, max speed. And God, Galvantula is just so good. Moveset. Oh, wait, I didn't go over Sid's moveset. Sid has Scald, Earth Power, Ice Beam, and Recover. Okay, now Galvantula's moveset. Galvantula has Energy Ball, Bug Buzz, and Thunder. There are a few big threats that this doesn't help with. Primarily being Dragapult and like Toxtricity. I've seen Toxtricities do work, but so he really has nothing to hit them with. But with Energy Ball, Bug Buzz, Thunder, and Sticky Web, the ideal plan is if it's something that I know he's gonna switch out on, I can throw out Sticky Web. If not, with Compound Eyes, I can pretty safely go for a Thunder. Bug Buzz almost one-shots Hydreigans. Depending on the build on a Tyranitar, I've one-shot a Tyranitar. Energy Balls there for Rhyperior or any rock types that want to come. And then that SwSh as well, if the Gyarados does have Power Whip and has D-maxed, because that's what you do with Gyarados. You D-max max Airstream until you outspeed everything. I can counter D-max with Galvantula, max Thunder, and since I'm Sash, he can't one-shot me. And then I just get to wipe that thing off the board, and it puts me back into the game instead of just being swept by Gyarados. And then probably my favorite, or no, second favorite mon would be Darmanitan. I also bred for a shiny Darmanitan. I have named her Sapphire. Choice Scarf, Guerrilla Tactics, Jolly. Simple 4 moves, Superpower, Flare Blitz, Rock Slide, and Ice Punch. I originally had a U-turn, but I realized with no pursuit, swapping out's fine and having more coverage is better. I switched U-turn to Earthquake. But then Levitate mods became a problem and I just ended up on Rock Slide because it gives me about the same coverage I was looking for with Earthquake. With Levitate mods unable to just say fuck you. But I'm really liking Darmanitan. I really thought it was going to be my primary sweeper. And I know Smogon banned it. But I'm going off of what the Pokemon Company banned for their competitive play style. And if you're thinking of building a team, I definitely recommend doing the same thing. Nobody else is doing it. Why should you limit yourself On a mod that, in my opinion, Guerrilla Tactics Darmanitan should not be banned. You either run it Choice Scarf or Choice Banded. And if you run it Choice Scarf, it's a coin flip if Dragapult outspeeds it. And then you're locked into a move. So let's say you outspeed and you kill it. You're locked into probably Icicle Crash. And then they just go into something that resists Icicle Crash and they kill. You're really frail. That's the problem with Darmanitan. I went with Ice Punch so I don't have to worry about missing, but a lot of people like Icicle Crash. Cause flinch, but... and more power. But, I don't think it's that bad. And then people are like, oh, you can D-Max. And it's like, great, you D-Max and you lose both your Choice Scarf and your Guerrilla Tactics. D-Maxing on a Darmanitan 100% of the time is worse. Unless you need to switch it up with that super effective. But it doesn't reset your... whatever you clicked first. So even if you kill the thing that was in the way, if the next one resists it, and you come out of D-Max, you're back to your original. It's not that broken. Smogon, calm down. And the last one, and my favorite mon, surprisingly, I put this on the team for a meme, and it has swept teams, being Cramorant. I have a shiny one that I've named Kurama. I have her holding the Mystic Water, and ignore the cat because of course she can't calm down when I'm recording, but she can be asleep when I start. Kurama is max speed, max special attack, a little bit in HP with Gulp Missile, Hurricane, Ice Beam, Surf, and Roost. And I'll tell you what, it's amazing. I come out on the field, turn 1 D-Max, max Airstream, because they're normally switching to something that has like Water Absorb, Storm Drain, Dry Skin. They get hit by the max Airstream. Depending on which one it is, they might get one shot. And regardless if they don't, I just got a +1 speed. I more than likely outspeed you now. I click it again and your water counter is done. Next turn you throw out your next mon. I max Geyser, set up the rain so I get max Geyser, which is base 140 power. I'm holding the Mystic Water and its stab. I'm doing a crazy amount of damage. A lot of people will throw out physical walls because they don't know what you build on Cramorant. And I think Cramorant can actually be built both. So their physical wall will die because they're hit by a special Cramorant. And then I come out of D-Max, I'm +2 speed, I've set up the rain, and now I just click Surf, hit you with a powerful Surf, get my Gulp Missile, you hit back. If I live, I've now done more chip or possibly killed with the Gulp Missile. And I get to do it again. And it's so good. Like I said, this thing has swept multiple teams. I have turn 1 clicked max Airstream, killed a Conkeldurr. Turn 2 max Geysered into Rhyperior, that I'm assuming was weakness policy, but max Geyser ×4. I don't care if you D-maxed. Because I pulled up a battle tag calculator beforehand with Rhyperior, and a surf from just normal surf from Cramorant, holding a Mystic Water, was enough to kill 3 Rhyperiors, and this was with no EV spread or anything like that. And that's how I calc. Because then I can kind of judge with my special attack investment, or... Because I knew he was going to be weakness policy. You don't throw that out second if you're not weakness policy. The only way he lived was maybe max Spadef Assault Vest. But killed him, got the rain up, and then the third one just got one shot by a Max Geyser, because now it's stab Mystic Water in the rain. It just puts in work, and I love it. I never expected it to do as well as it does. Sometimes I rely on it too heavy, because I can't pick on a solid third mana. I'm just like, I'll lead Kurama. And then I'll end up losing. But, you know, it is what it is. But with that, that is my competitive team. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you're using, what you think of my team. If you have recommendations what to swap Turtonator out with, I'm looking for another fire type. So give me some recommendations of good fire types that you can easily grind out a good one in Pokemon Shield. Let me know. And have a good one. Peace.